Hi, my name is Vikram Gupta, and welcome to PreSales Collective's Journey to PreSales. We will be listening to fascinating stories of SCs that made their journey into solutions engineering as a career. Our goal is to inspire you, because if they can do it, so can you. Hi, my name is Vikram Gupta, and I'm here with Chelsea Behrens. I work for Akamai. I'm a pre-sales leader for North America. And we're on this PreSales Collective program called Journey to PreSales, where I'm going to be talking to Chelsea Behrens about her journey into PreSales and how she's embarked on a newer journey after that to inspire more women and coach more women. And we're going to be talking more about how we get other folks from non-conventional careers into PreSales. So with that, Chelsea, welcome.
Thank you, Vikram. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and I'll kick us off with an icebreaker, and then we'll chat more about you and your journey. What's the fun thing that you love to do, which you couldn't do in 2020?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, hugging people is at the top of the list. Last night I went over to my brother's house and got to hug him and hang out without masks and have conversations. And outside of that, I started in 2021 getting back into hiking, and I live here in Seattle in the Pacific Northwest, so beautiful area to go out into nature. And now I can go hiking without having a gaiter on. So I'm excited and looking forward to that.
That's awesome. Yeah, the world seems to be opening up, although some areas are still struggling, but hopefully this will be behind us soon. So with that, I'll lead into my first question, Chelsea. How did you stumble into pre-sales?
Okay, Vikram, I'm going to keep this as concise as possible because it's a long and winding road. And I'm going to start with, I started my career in a way that maybe not a lot of your audience has, which is I started in film. So I was working at Marvel Studios for the head of Marvel. I was his personal assistant, and my dream was to be a film producer. When I got into that world and I saw the upper echelon of Hollywood, I said to myself, is this really the lifestyle that I want for the rest of my life? And it truly wasn't. It was going to be long hours. I didn't see room for a partner in my life or a family. So I decided to leave Hollywood after a couple of years and moved up to Seattle. And I worked at an architecture firm. And the next thing you know, I was in accounting of all things. And accounting was not something I studied in school. I was not passionate about math and numbers. What I was passionate about was organization and explaining complex things to people in a way that was really simple that they could understand. And then from there, I went into tech and got into implementation. So implementing the software with the client. So telling them or hearing from them what they wanted to put into place in the software and building out that software, teaching them how to use it. And at that time, I had met a woman who was a solutions consultant and later became my director. And she started talking to me about solutions consulting. And I thought that sounds like a great career. And my fear was around having a quota that I was going to be connected to, and also the travel. And what I found when I got into solutions consulting was the quota was I didn't even think about it. It came naturally. It was the energy of the job. And I wasn't held to that quota like a salesperson would be held to. And then the travel piece, I actually enjoyed the travel a lot more than I thought. And it ended up being a lot less. And especially now with how companies are evolving to be more remote, there are a lot more opportunities without a lot of travel connected to it. And when I was in person with a prospect and doing a demonstration, I actually loved that. I thrived in that space. So it ended up being something that I was fearful of that was much more fun than I expected.
Wow. What a fascinating journey you've had, right? Starting from movies into architecture, accounting, That's a wide array of experience right there, and yet you find yourself into being in pre-sales. How did you enjoy pre-sales? What was that like?
I enjoyed it. So it surprised me a lot. And here's what I liked about it. I liked that it was a bridge of someone who can be technical and get into the details, and somebody who is a people person that likes to communicate, talk, and listen to other people. So it brought those two together. That's what I really liked about pre-sales. And as you probably have seen, or if you look at my LinkedIn profile, over the span of 4 years, I was able to advance to a senior and then to a principal solutions consultant. And prior to that, I was thinking, where am I going with my career? So it felt so rewarding and fulfilling to be acknowledged, to be recognized as a solutions consultant and be able to progress in my career that way.
Why do you think there are less number of women in this field, right? And what advice would you want to give to women that are first learning about pre-sales and are wondering if they should jump in?
Yeah, Vikram, I'm glad you brought that up. And I do want to share where I was at SAP Concur. We had quite a number of women who were in solutions consulting. So when I heard that there weren't a lot of women in this field, I was surprised. And it gave me this passion to really help more women see this career as a path. So I don't have the answer as to why women aren't part of the career. I do think it could be lack of exposure, not knowing that it's possible, that it's out there. And a lot of, at least in my experience, the sales people that I worked with were mostly male. So perhaps it's both of those trending more in to more women, sales and pre-sales to more women, and giving more exposure as to what's possible.
So tell us about what you've been doing since your pre-sales days.
Yes. Okay. So when I was in pre-sales, I had started a business, and it really was designed, it's called Rise to the Occasion, and it was designed to help lift others up and give them tools to get out of a negative mindset and go into a more positive mindset. And through that journey, I started coaching, and SAP was a sponsor of this. They offered to pay for my coaching education and sponsor that. And then I was coaching people inside SAP. And when I was looking at my pre-sales and coaching calendar, I said, I really like the coaching calendar. That piece. So I decided in 2021 to go full time into my coaching and speaking business. So I'm career coaching and focusing on professional women so that they can rise up and have a career that they love.
That's inspiring. Thank you for doing that. How do you think your pre-sales career helped you in diving into this new career?
Yeah, I would not have been able to start my business without my experience in pre-sales, because what I learned about myself through that career helped give me the confidence and understand what level of value I can bring to the table. And that just enhanced my coaching experience and added wisdom to what I could share with others. So yeah, it really, side by side, they helped me grow and develop into who I am today.
Let's go back in time and talk to a Chelsea in early stages of her career. What advice would you give her?
So glad you asked that. I would say, don't worry about staying in film. You're going to be okay. So go after something different and trust that it will be just as fulfilling, if not more fulfilling, than what you had hoped and dreamed for in film.
Just out of curiosity, what did you study growing up?
Yeah, I studied communications. So Yes, completely different. And when I was in college, I had different things that I wanted to pursue. I thought at one point I wanted to be a dermatologist. I thought I wanted to be an actor, and communications was great. And here's the thing about communications. I remember giving a speech as one of my speech classes, and all the other kids, not kids, but the other students were having challenges with this and really not looking forward to it. And I got up there and it came so naturally, so easily to me. And looking back, I thought to myself, wow, I really did pick the right major, but I didn't think I did for years and years.
And one more last question. What does Chelsea have planned for her over the next 2 or 3 years? How are you going to continue to evolve and grow your business?
Yes. Okay. So my vision is to create retreats for corporate professional women to come together and bond and form these advisory boards so that when they continue through their corporate career, they have these advocates and allies that are going to support them and bring them ideas, bring them that sponsorship, that mentorship that we women so crave in our careers. So that is my vision. And I actually have started planning my retreat for next year. So more to come on that.
Awesome. Well, good luck with that. That sounds amazing. And I love the path that you're on, which is inspiring more people, inspiring more women in particular, to trust themselves and to take this leap of faith. And hopefully, after listening to you, we'll have more women, click submit on their resume for sales engineer or pre-sales, and join this exciting field that I've been in for 20 plus years, and you've spent a huge amount of time in your career in. And that we all love. So with that, a few rapid fire questions for you, Chelsea. How do you keep yourself up to date? How do you sharpen your saw?
Books, audiobooks, podcasts, talking to people, taking classes. I take online classes as well. And I'm part of a mastermind, a coaching mastermind. So yes, connection and reading and listening.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Passionate, loving, connected.
And the 3 reasons why you were successful in pre-sales.
Passion for the customer, relationship building, and the love of bringing value to someone that they didn't know was possible.
Awesome. And the other key thing which I took away from this, something you said earlier, is being able to talk about things in a simple way.
Yes.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Chelsea. It's been a pleasure talking with you today, and I'm confident that this chat will inspire other women to join pre-sales. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vikram.